Do you feel stressed about keeping up with the living cost in Bangalore?
Of course.
Sometimes
Really concerning.
Pay 15,000 for a 1 BHK.
One of the most highest in India.
Welcome to Nama Bengaluru. Known for its thriving tech industry and bustling nightlife, it's also one of the most expensive cities to live in India. Today, we'll explore how people are dealing with the high costs and if it's really worth living in Bengaluru.
When I was in Delhi, I used to pay 5,000 for a 3 BHK. And now I pay 15,000 for a 1 BHK, which is almost the size of a box. Bangalore rent also asks for 5 months of deposit. I can't even ask my mom. I don't have enough saved. It's a big task for me when sudden finances come into play. अचानक से कोई बीमार पड़ गया and you don't have insurance. What will you do then?
Rent rates are pretty high, the food costs really high, and yeah, the travel cost also becomes really high. Plus in Bangalore, I feel you have to travel so much. Like if you need to move from point A to point B, you're literally going for 1 hour, right? And I feel that really drives up the costs.
If you just see the prices of cabs, right? So if I have to go for like say 5 kilometers, here I'll be paying close to like 250 to 300 bucks. But when I take a 6-kilometer ride at my home, I end up paying 150 or 170.
Most of my salary goes into the rent part only, and like cost of living is very high if you're living alone. I would say if you don't like South Indian food, if you want to have good, if you want to go outside, you at least have to spend a lot of money. At the end of the month, I have to spend like money from my parents.
every month, at the end of the month, it's full stressful because I can't ask money from my home. Usually last 5 days I'm managing with 1k or 2k.
The biggest hit to my wallet is definitely PG and living costs, because that is a huge chunk of my money. As everybody knows, PG food is really bad. So to make up for that, you tend to go outside and get food.
From Bangalore's cafe culture to its clubbing culture, people find it very hard to live up to these high-end life standards. Let's find out if people feel pressured to live up to these social expectations.
I think lifestyle standards in Bangalore are very high because if you're going to a party per se, so you have to dress certainly. And if you're going to a restaurant and you have to pay a lot to get a dish sort of, and that's where the circle is, so you have to go there. So I think standards is pretty high, but it also depends on who you hang out with. By the end of the month, I'm broke. It's because I'm trying to live up to everything around me, right?
My family and I, we used to share one piece of roti among 4 members. But right now, if you don't have a PS4, you are not living the life.
Financial instability can make it really tough on anyone, and the constant pressure to save and earn puts another added element of stress on people's lives. Let's find out how people in Bangalore manage this aspect of life.
More than stress, I experience anxiety.
I come from a time where I have seen my father getting a 2,500 salary and still, running a family of 4. But nowadays, even, raising a kid is cost like what? Education costs like 10 lakhs. That's bare minimum, right?
Keeps on inflating, so we really have to ensure that we keep working because we can't take a break even if we want to.
You will have to save money also, and also you want to enjoy, and you're stuck in between, right? So if you're not saving, you will be having that FOMO of not having money for future, but then with that, and also you want to enjoy like others, so the FOMO is there.
I'm not doing investments, I'm not doing stocks, I'm not doing trading, I'm not investing in any real estate, living for every month's salary.
Like any other younger person, I would say I earned about 100 rupees. I would spend about 80 to 90 rupees. Live from paycheck to paycheck.
While I used to stress about that a lot, right now I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Despite all these challenges, people still choose to live in Bangalore. Let's find out what makes this city worth the struggle for its residents.
I think in comparison to other tier 1 cities, I think this is pretty much the best of both worlds.
Bangalore has been portrayed as this city of dreams to people that don't live in Bangalore. And I just feel like people feel that when they come here, feel more independent and they feel more free-spirited in Bangalore.
The studies, the quality of education that you get here, that's what made me move.
In Bangalore also opens up a lot of opportunities. You meet interesting people which you might not have met if you were in a smaller town. So I feel like you're paying for that opportunity.
If you've just moved to Bangalore or any other metro city for that matter, it can be extremely hard on you. But there are ways to manage this pressure and stress. Here are some practical tips and advices from the residents of Bangalore on how they manage the financial landscape of this city.
I like to save at least 10% of what I'm earning and keep it on the side and never touch it. So I have a different bank account for that 10%, and there's also an extra sum of money that I save but in the same bank account.
I follow for this myself, that I follow income minus savings is equals to expenditure. So when you, like whatever you are earning, just start an SIP or anything and just save a percentage of whatever you want to save.
You should anticipate higher costs when you're actually moving to Bangalore. When you feel like it's not viable to actually move to a bigger city, it's actually wiser these days to stay in a smaller city and work through, because you get a lot of remote jobs, you get a lot of hybrid roles where you don't really need to come in every day, right? And I feel that saves up a lot of cost.
There are a lot of experts who have written good books. Psychology of Money is a good book. Don't just read it, implement it. And also look at your own. I think understanding your own self is very important. We are prone to doing stupid things when we get money, right? So this book talks about all these things with great detail.
Despite the rising costs, high lifestyle expectation and financial burden of living in the city, let's hear why its residents choose to stay here, and is it still worth living in Bengaluru?
Yeah, of course it's worth living here, except for the traffic.
I think it's absolutely worth it if you're coming here for the right reasons.
I would say yes, for sure. Everything I want is here in Bangalore.
I think as long as you have friends, it's okay. Like you can still cope with everything that's going on. But without friends, Bangalore can be really tough on you.